My name's Red Martin. I play guitar for Kingdom of Giants.
I'm Max Bremer and I play guitar for Kingdom of Giants.
Our album's called Ground Culture. There's a loose concept going throughout the album. It's not a complete concept album. We do half and half, pretty much. Half of it has to do with the whole idea of ground culture. It's kind of ground cult, has to do with us having religion and what we think might happen after we die. It kind of jumps around that. Loosely, I mean, we haven't taken a stance on it. We're pretty agnostic about the whole situation. But I don't know, the world around us today seems pretty fucked up, so we kind of talk about that, and religion just kind of jumps into it. But not all of it's about that. We have a song about a shitty ex-member. We have a song about, we have all kinds of stuff. It jumps around, but it's not a concept album, but we have some things that we talk about that are similar. Our previous release, Every Wave of Sound, differs from Ground Culture. We had a little bit of change in the ranks in the band. We had our vocalist, Steven Reza, leave the band, and he did a lot of writing at the time, a lot of guitar stuff, a lot of, just songwriting. And after he left the band, that's when we started doing Ground Culture, and you can hear a big difference in between who wrote the songs. It sounds more raw. It sounds like we wrote it in our garage, in our rooms, because we did. And it was a lot less, just, because he used to write a lot of stuff on Reason. He used to do really, out of the box stuff. And I don't know, this next album, we're going to try to combine those two together. Our favorite song to play live is probably Lion's Mouth, at least for me. I don't know if it's the same for you.
It's generally the same for everybody.
Yeah, our whole set right now pretty much is Ground Culture almost. We have like one or two old songs, but we're all pretty excited about the new songs and stuff. The fan reaction's been amazing. We're really excited that we did the departure from having our old vocalist, did the departure of those old songwriting techniques, and now we're signed, and people actually have been jumping on board. We were kind of interested how the underground fan reaction was going to be, but everyone's been very supportive because they've been in this band for years, so they're excited to finally see us signed and stuff. We're not performing that one song with Rory tonight, but I believe Dana is on the Dayseeker album, and they will be performing a song tonight where he is on their album. And in Vogue so far, we've been dabbling in each other's songs and stuff. Ricky Armelino came along because we're all big fans of This Is the Apocalypse, and all I did was reach out to him, and he immediately hit me back up within minutes, and he was just excited to do it. In fact, he wrote a lead in the song Ground Culture. He wrote the lead in the chorus. Because at last minute, the album was done, but we needed one more lead, and he just jumped right on board and wrote something that was awesome. So we didn't write it in the notes or anything, but he did that.
The Sacramento music scene has been good and bad at times. We'll get like big, tours coming through, and then sometimes there'll be times where we don't get nothing. So it's been up and down, up and down, up and down. But we get a lot more love in Sacramento than we do down here. So.
Yeah. Working with In Vogue has been amazing so far. They've pretty much just let us do our own thing. We were already pretty DIY before we got signed, so we were already doing a lot of our own stuff. Like, we don't have a manager, we manage ourselves. It's all our own band email. We read every comment on our YouTube. We do all that stuff back and forth. So when In Vogue came to the table, it was just In Vogue hit us up a couple years ago, and they were brand new and we were brand new, and it didn't work out originally, but back when we were looking for someone to do Ground Culture, we had an album, and we just knew that we wanted out for us, and it presented itself with Dayseeker. We just got off a tour with Dayseeker. We toured a lot of In Vogue bands, and Nick came to us, and it was hard to argue with how they could help us and we could help them. A lot of it had to do with, like, a lot of people were wondering why we didn't sign to certain labels and stuff. My whole concept, and all of us pretty much was saying, we'd rather be a bigger, a big fish in a small pond as opposed to being just brushed over if we signed with someone that was kind of bigger. Real room to grow. They haven't said anything bad. They haven't said anything about our lyrics, anything about our music. They've all said thumbs up the whole way through. Nick has been awesome. They funded our album, our music videos, everything. It's been pretty great, actually. It's definitely good to hear, especially in this scene. Like, we were pretty scared to, like for these past 5 years, we didn't sign. We were very hesitant, but Nick came along with In Vogue, and it all seemed to fit. Our musical inspiration range really wide. When it comes to metal and stuff, we're all big Architects fans. We're all big Bring Me the Horizon. Everything lately has just been really amazing. With a lot of music these days is just insane. It's too hard to keep up with every genre. There's so many good bands, and they're all doing such great things. It's such a bummer to see some of them break up recently, but at least in our genre, it seems like you hit a plateau and you break up. But I don't know. We're all influenced by such more life than the bands, really. I mean, we listen to the music, but it all has to do with what it influences our lives and stuff. That's like the big picture. Favorite albums, Daybreaker by Architects has had a huge influence on me. As I Lay Dying is how I got my start in metalcore, and then Killswitch Engage is how I thought it blended perfect melody with the hard riffing and stuff. So Killswitch Engage, Daylight Dies, that was probably one of my favorite records ever. And then, what did I say, Architects, and then As I Lay Dying, all the records. Can I say all the records from As I Lay Dying? Up to the point where Tim went nuts, whatever, Tim. Even that last album, even though he went nuts and all the weird songs, it's still good.
All the Architects albums. I'm obsessed.
Yeah.
That last Texas in July album, Bloodwork, that was amazing. Definitely. It sucks, they're breaking up now too.
Do you guys have any message to your fans? No? Just pick up the record?
Listen to the CD, enjoy it. No message. Thanks for watching. We're Kingdom of Giants.